All right, so today let's take a deep dive into something that I think a lot of you out there are curious about, AI marketing.
Yeah,
We hear a lot about it, but we're going to go beyond the hype today to see how it's actually being used
right.
by everyday businesses right now.
Yeah,
And better yet, how it can help you generate some extra income
absolutely.
on the side.
Mm.
For this deep dive, we're focusing on a platform called E1U Life, and we've got an actual user's perspective from as well.
Excellent.
So that'll be really interesting to get into later.
Real world examples, yeah.
Okay, so first things first, what exactly is E1U Life?
Right.
Their website talks about digital marketing tools, and an affiliate program,
Mm.
all centered around this idea of making money online.
Yeah, I think what sets E1U Life apart is how they've actually integrated AI into those tools.
Okay.
Imagine having a suite of digital assistants working alongside you,
Oh, wow.
helping you generate email campaigns,
Okay.
find new leads, even craft sales pitches.
They have AI that can write sales pitches.
Yes.
That seems pretty advanced.
It is. It's like having an extra set of hands, but these hands are powered by artificial intelligence.
Wow, whatever tools are we talking about here?
They've got tools for everything from customer service and social media management to
Oh, wow.
website design and analytics.
Okay.
It's a pretty comprehensive suite designed to streamline pretty much every aspect of digital marketing.
So it's not just about automating tasks.
Right.
It's about using AI to actually improve your marketing strategy.
Exactly. The
Yeah.
AI can analyze data, identify patterns,
Okay.
and even make suggestions based on what's working for other businesses in your industry.
Interesting.
It takes a lot of the guesswork out of marketing, which can be a huge time saver, especially for small businesses or entrepreneurs who are just starting out.
That makes sense. It's like having a built-in marketing consultant,
Yes,
but without the hefty consulting fees.
that's a great analogy.
Yeah.
And it's one of the things that makes E1U Life so intriguing. It's making sophisticated marketing tools accessible to a wider audience.
Yeah, that's really cool. What really caught my eye were the examples they gave of how these AI tools are already being used.
Right.
Churches using them to engage members, real estate agents automating follow-ups, businesses connecting with leads 24/7.
247. Yep.
It's not just futuristic tech, it's solving real-world problems right now.
And that's what makes this deep dive so compelling. We're seeing how AI is moving beyond the theoretical and into the practical. These tools are not replacing humans. They're empowering them to be more efficient and effective.
I like that.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the other side of E1U Life,
Yeah.
the income generating part.
Okay.
They've got this compensation plan that involves Bitcoin payouts
Right.
and a multi-board structure. It sounds a bit complex, but the potential earnings are definitely eye-catching.
Yeah, it is a bit more nuanced than your typical affiliate program.
Okay.
Essentially, you've got 6 different boards or levels that you can join. Each level has a different entry fee, starting at a very accessible $25 and going up to $8,000 for the highest level. The higher the level, the greater the potential earnings, and also the more credits you get to use E1U Life's AI tools.
So there's this built-in incentive to move up the levels.
Yes.
Both for the income potential and the access to more powerful tools.
That's right. It's a dual benefit system that rewards both your financial success and your investment in the platform.
Okay, I'm starting to get the big picture, but let's break down the compensation plan a little further. This table in our source material outlines the different board levels and their earning potential.
All right. Yeah, it might seem overwhelming at first glance,
Yeah.
but it's actually fairly straightforward. Each board has 8 positions.
Okay.
As new members join your team and fill those positions, you earn commissions based on the level of the board. So, for example, on the first board, which has a $25 entry fee, you earn $175 for each person who fills a position on your pay line.
And on the highest board, with the $8,000 entry fee, the potential earnings jump to $56,000 per position.
It is, but it's important to remember that the higher levels require a larger initial investment and a greater commitment to building your team.
And that's where the business mindset comes in.
Absolutely.
This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme.
Right.
It requires effort and strategy.
Absolutely. And that's something our second source, a real-life E1U Life user who goes by Nicki Pink Goddess, emphasizes. In her YouTube video, she claims to have made $8,750 in just 3 weeks.
Wow.
But she's very clear that it wasn't just handed to her.
Nicki Pink Goddess. That's a name that sticks with you.
It does.
I'm intrigued to hear more about her story and what she's learned from using E1U Life. But before we get to that, let's unpack one more detail about the compensation plan that I found fascinating.
Okay.
After the 8th payment on a pay line, A new board automatically opens for you at that same level. You don't have to reinvest anything, it just keeps rolling.
That's a unique feature that incentivizes continuous earning and reinvestment in the platform. It creates a system where your earnings can compound over time as you build your team and move up the levels.
So it's not just about making a one-time profit.
Right.
It's about building a sustainable income stream.
Exact.
That's a really interesting concept. But let's shift gears now and hear from someone who's actually living this E1U life experience.
All right.
Tell me more about Nicki Pink Goddess and what we can learn from her story.
Nicki is incredibly energetic and transparent in her YouTube video. What stood out to me was that she wasn't just bragging about her earnings, she was breaking down her strategies and sharing the mindset shifts that helped her succeed.
Okay.
She's a great example of how this platform can be used effectively, but also a reminder that it takes work and dedication.
All right, let's dive into Nicki's world and see what nuggets of wisdom she has to offer.
I think you'll be surprised by how relatable and practical her insights are, even if you're not interested in joining E1U Life specifically.
Oh, interesting.
A lot of her advice can be applied to any business or entrepreneurial endeavor.
Okay, excellent. I'm excited to hear it.
Yeah. One of the first things Nicki emphasizes is the importance of treating this like a business, not just a side hustle.
I think that's where a lot of people go wrong with these types of platforms.
Right.
They see the income potential and forget that it takes real work
Yeah.
to build something sustainable.
She's very upfront about that. She says, and I quote, "You gotta put in work, honey. This ain't no magic money tree."
I love her energy.
Yeah.
It sounds like she's not afraid to tell it like it is.
Not at all. And that honesty makes her advice even more valuable. For example, she talks about the need for having 2 active team members,
Right.
not just passive signups.
That makes sense. If you're serious about building a business, you need people who are engaged and committed to the vision.
Exactly. And she goes on to explain how she attracts those people.
Okay.
She says it's all about finding individuals who are actively seeking opportunity and are willing to put in the effort.
That reminds me of something we discussed earlier about the AI tools complementing human skills.
Yeah.
It's not just about automating everything.
Right.
It's about using the technology to free up your time so you can focus on those crucial human interactions, like building relationships and finding the right people for your team.
That's a great connection. It's like Nicki is using the AI tools to streamline the operational side of her business,
Yeah.
which allows her to invest more energy in the strategic side, like building her team and nurturing those relationships.
Yeah, so she's got the mindset, she's attracting the right people. What else is she doing to achieve those impressive results?
She's a big believer in cohesive teamwork. She even talks about how her team has regular training sessions
Oh, wow.
and is planning a Bitcoin challenge to keep everyone motivated and engaged.
Okay.
It's like they've created this mini community within the platform,
Yeah.
which is a really smart strategy.
Creating a sense of community is so powerful,
Yeah,
especially in the online world, where it's easy to feel isolated.
absolutely.
It gives people a sense of belonging and shared purpose.
And it creates a supportive environment where people can learn from each other and celebrate their successes together. That kind of camaraderie can be a huge motivator.
I'm curious, does she talk about how she uses the AI tools specifically to foster that sense of community?
She mentions using the communication tools to keep everyone informed and connected.
Okay.
And she also uses the AI-powered analytics to track the team's progress and identify areas where they can improve. It's like she's using the technology to enhance their teamwork, not just automate it.
That's a really important distinction.
Yeah.
It's about using AI to augment human intelligence and collaboration,
Yes,
not replace it.
right.
And it sounds like that's a key part of Nicki's success.
Absolutely. And it's a reminder that even in the age of AI, human connection and collaboration are still essential ingredients for success, especially when it comes to building a thriving business.
Now, I have to ask about something that really surprised me. Nicki goes into some detail about Bitcoin and how its fluctuations can actually benefit earners on the platform.
Right.
She even mentioned something called arbitrage,
Yes.
which is a bit over my head.
That's a really interesting aspect of E1U life because the payouts are in Bitcoin users are exposed to the world of cryptocurrency, which can be volatile, but also presents unique opportunities for savvy investors.
So it's like an added layer of potential for those who are willing to learn and adapt.
Exactly. Nicki explains how she uses arbitrage, which is basically buying and selling Bitcoin to profit from price differences,
Okay.
to potentially increase her earnings. It's a bit advanced, but it shows you the potential here.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
It highlights how E1U Life is not just a marketing platform or an income opportunity. It's also an entry point into the world of cryptocurrency, which is becoming increasingly relevant in today's economy.
And it's another example of how this platform is empowering its users to diversify their skills and explore new avenues for financial growth.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. We've explored E1U Life's AI-powered tools, its unique compensation plan, and even heard from a real-life user who's achieving impressive results. What stands out to you as the most valuable takeaway from this deep dive so far?
For me, it's the emphasis on the human element. Yes, E1U Life offers powerful AI tools and an intriguing income opportunity.
Right.
But what ultimately drives success is the mindset, the effort, and the ability to connect with others and build a strong team.
I completely agree. Nicki's story is a great example of how technology can be a powerful tool for success, but it's not a substitute for human ingenuity, drive, and the importance of building genuine relationships. And that's something that applies to any business, whether you're using AI or not.
Absolutely, and I think that's a really encouraging message for anyone who's feeling overwhelmed by the rapid pace of technological advancements. At the end of the day, it's still our human qualities that make the biggest difference.
So how can our listener apply these insights to their own business or entrepreneurial journey, even if they're not interested in E1U Life specifically?
That's a great question. I think the key is to embrace the idea of using AI as a tool to enhance your existing skills and streamline your operations, but not lose sight of the human element. For me, it's the emphasis on the human element. Yes, E1U Life offers powerful AI tools and an intriguing income opportunity, but what ultimately drives success is the mindset, the effort, and the ability to connect with others and build a strong team.
I completely agree. Nicki's story is a great example of how technology can be a powerful tool for success, but it's not a substitute for human ingenuity, drive, and the importance of building genuine relationships. And that's something that applies to any business, whether you're using AI or not.
Absolutely. And I think that's a really encouraging message for anyone who's feeling overwhelmed by the rapid pace of technological advancements. At the end of the day, it's still our human qualities that make the biggest difference.
I have the biggest takeaway is that AI is no longer this futuristic concept reserved for tech giants or research labs. It's becoming increasingly accessible to everyday businesses and entrepreneurs, and it has the potential to level the playing field in a big way.
I love that idea, leveling the playing field. It means that anyone with a good idea and a willingness to learn can leverage these powerful tools to compete and succeed.
And it's not just about using the tools themselves.
Right.
It's about understanding the underlying principles of AI marketing, like data analysis, automation, and personalization.
Yeah.
These are skills that will be valuable in any business, regardless of the specific platform or technology you're using.
Exactly. And it's about staying curious and adaptable. The world of business is constantly changing, so it's important to be open to new ideas and approaches, even if they seem a bit intimidating at first.
Like diving into the world of cryptocurrency, perhaps? It seems like Nicki embraced that challenge head on.
Yes. Nicki's story is a great example of how stepping outside your comfort zone and embracing new challenges can lead to unexpected rewards. She didn't just use E1U Life's AI marketing tools. She also dove into the world of Bitcoin and learned how to leverage its fluctuations to her advantage.
So it's about seeing AI not just as a tool, but as a gateway to new possibilities and opportunities.
That's a great way to put it. AI is not just about automating tasks, it's about expanding our horizons and opening ourselves up to new ways of thinking and working.
Now, I know some of our listeners might be thinking, this all sounds great, but I'm not sure I'm tech savvy enough to use these AI tools. What would you say to them?
I would say that you don't have to be a coding whiz or a data scientist to benefit from AI marketing.
Right.
Platforms like E1U Life are designed to be user-friendly, even for beginners.
That's a good point. A lot of these platforms have intuitive interfaces and drag and drop features that make it easy to create campaigns, analyze data, and track your results.
And there are tons of resources available online, including tutorials, articles, and even entire courses dedicated to teaching people how to use AI marketing tools effectively.
So it's really about having the willingness to learn and experiment. You don't need to be an expert right out of the gate. You just need to be curious and open to exploring new possibilities.
And remember, there's a huge community of people who are already using these tools and achieving great results. Don't be afraid to reach out for help or advice.
That's so important. Finding a supportive community can make all the difference, especially when you're venturing into new territory.
It's like we were talking about earlier with Nicki Pink Goddess and her team. They've created this incredible community of support and encouragement within E1U Life, which is a big part of their success.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into E1U Life and the exciting world of AI marketing and income generation, what's the one thought you want to leave our listener with?
I think this AI is here to stay, and it's rapidly changing the way we work and do business rather than fearing it or resisting it. Let's embrace its potential to empower us, to make us more efficient, more effective, and ultimately more successful.
I love that. Let's not be afraid to dive in, experiment, and see where this AI journey takes us. Who knows what incredible possibilities await.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
Remember, the future is not something that happens to us. It's something we create. And with the power of AI at our fingertips, the possibilities are truly limitless.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone. We hope you've gained some valuable insights and are feeling inspired to explore the world of AI marketing and income generation.
It's been a pleasure sharing this journey with you. And remember, keep learning, keep growing, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Until next time, happy exploring.